Hi guys, Neil Tappin here from Golf Monthly and welcome to the 10th hole here at the Belfry. Of course, this is one of the most iconic risk and reward holes anywhere in the world of golf. And in this video, we want to offer you some really sound, smart strategy advice. And for that, we have recruited Matt Wallace. Matt is obviously one of the best young English talents there is out on tour. And we're going to ask Matt about how you build a strategy, both when you're feeling aggressive and when you're wanting to lay up. Right, let's head over, meet Matt and find out what strategy advice he's got to offer.
Okay Matt, so 10th hole at the Belfry. This is your home club now, isn't it?
It is. Very happy to be here. Obviously this is steeped in history with the Ryder Cup and tournaments that have been held here, and very iconic place, so very happy.
No hole is more iconic than this one. Talk us through firstly, just talk us through the challenge of the hole.
Well, risk and reward at its finest, I believe. You've heard stories of people going for it. I think Seve was the first one to actually get on the green.
Yeah.
And it hasn't changed in years. So you can go for it, and you've got a challenge of water, and then bunkers surrounding the green, and trees, so it can go anywhere. Or you chicken out and you do the layup, which is probably the safer option. But I think I'm going to show you both.
Okay, yes, that's the plan. So from the tee that we're stood at, it's playing 301 yards.
Yeah.
So let's say we're on the Thursday of a tournament week.
Okay.
You're kind of doing fine. You're not leading the tournament. You're not coming last. You're
Right.
kind of middle of the pack. What's your sort of go-to strategy?
Well, there's a couple of things you need to think about. You need to think about how you're playing, how you're hitting it. Are you hitting the driver well, if you're going to go for it? So, yeah, I'm hitting it fine. I've got chances and options, and I'll talk with my caddy and say, can we reach? Is it an option of going for it? And if he says yeah, then I'd go for it. I'm always more positive. I'm always more thinking that way.
Okay.
If he's inclined to go, maybe not, then any sort of negativity there, it's a layup, and you have to go that. But if he said to me, and I'm playing and I'm hitting it nicely, and go, is it on today? And he goes, yeah, the driver's coming out.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
So any sort of negativity, does that involve thinking about knowing where is good to miss and where is bad to miss? I guess there's no great place to miss on the 10th.
Not really here,
is there?
no. For me, I'm always going to be positive. I'm always going to be going for it.
Okay.
So for me, I'd like my caddy to try and rein me in, because I want to feel like I can pull off any shot he wants me to do. I believe that's what winners do. I believe that's how you get the job done, is wanting to pull off the shot. So if he feels like there's any negativity there, pull me back, rein me in. Okay, I'll be a bit disappointed not to go for it, but I'll understand, and then I'll hit the 5-iron or something.
The safe shot.
The safe shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go with driving to start with.
Okay.
What's the thought process? What are you focusing on? What's the kind of pre-shot routine to get you not thinking about the danger?
I think you just got to go with facts. I think that's the easiest way to think about it. So today we've got the wind out the left-hand side, which is probably helping with the hole. I like to hit a little fade with my driver, so that would help me push it towards the safe side. I know that the right-hand side is safe. The flag's in the middle, so it would be accessible on the right-hand side. And ultimately, I'm trying to, if I'm going for it, I want to hit the green. I want to make a 2. I'm going to try and go for it. So I know that I can reach, because my caddy said, yep, it's fine, we can go for that. So all I've got to do now is produce a good shot, and then we should be fine to go.
Okay, and it's the normal pre-shot routine, normal
everything's
sort of swing
the same.
nothing
Everything's
changes.
the same. I'm not thinking water. I'm not thinking anything like that. I'm thinking, where do I need to aim to land this on the green? And then I've got to hit the golf shot that I need to do.
Okay, all right, let's go for it.
Cool. All right then. Slightly out the left. I'm going to aim at one of those trees, the actual middle tree.
How far is it playing that to the middle? How far do you have to carry it?
Well, I've probably got to carry it about 305 yards. Probably at the front edge is probably 290. So into the middle is 305. So I've got about 295 today with this wind out the left.
Okay.
290, 300 if I hit a good one. So I know that I'm comfortably getting there.
Okay. Better you than me.
Let's show you here.
Cut.
I've hit it 2 straight. See, I had the length.
It comfortably had the length. It was pitching probably halfway up the grid, pitching pin high. Really,
Pin high, yeah. But I had the length.
Sadly. Okay.
Sadly,
These things happen,
sadly,
right?
that is. But then again, I'm also thinking, now that's gone in the water, I can get up and down for par. I can chip it in for birdie.
Yeah.
So I'm still comfortable with that.
Yeah. Which is probably what you, the viewer, and I are not thinking.
Well, I know that I'm pin eye around the green.
Yeah.
I can chip and putt for par. So I've still got that in the locker, and I'm banking it.
Yeah.
And that makes that first shot a little bit easier.
Bit easier.
You know.
Right.
I hit a really good shot there.
You did.
I hit a nice shot and it's windy, and I felt like, okay, if that moves a touch, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to bail out.
Yes.
I don't want to
be
be weak and just
20 yards
go
left.
miles,
Yeah.
or I don't want to do that. So I attacked the shot, I've got to accept it, and now I've moved on, I can get up and down.
Okay. So let's do the layup then.
Yes.
So what's an ideal layup yardage for you? What would you be wanting to go into?
A big part of that, a layup is a layup. Do
Okay.
not be attacking layup shots that can get you in trouble,
Yes.
because that's just going to mess with your head. So you can see here we've got 2 bunkers either side of the fairway. I'd be wanting to stay short of those.
Okay, fine.
Because that makes the hole a lot wider, the shot easier. Obviously you've got to still pick your spot to hit that shot. But I won't be wanting to push this up there.
Too far up there.
Push to bring those bunkers into play.
Okay, fine.
And then I've got a 90-yard bunker
Yes.
shot over water, which is not
So actually
what
what
you
you're
want
saying
to
is
do.
your ideal layup yardage, actually, that comes after.
It comes after.
Don't make
I think
schoolboy error and hit it
exactly.
right.
The layup is a layup. If it makes that next shot that bit easier by being on the fairway, you have to do it,
Yeah.
even if you don't want to hit the club that you want to hit.
Yeah.
Unless you're feeling super confident and you're happy with the result, even if you don't pull it off. Like the driver there, I'm comfortable that I can get up and down, so I've hit a good shot. But with the layup, I'd talk to my caddy. I'd say, right, what is it to the maximum spot, and then I'd be pulling myself back and trying to rein myself in.
Okay, let's hit the layup then. So what are you?
I think it's about 190 to that right hand bunker there. So anything short of 190 and into this wind, I mean, I can't hit a 7-iron 190 anyway. I hit it 183.
Fine, so you're not going to suddenly bust one and.
I can't. I physically can't, especially into the wind. So, and now it's about getting into my shot and actually picking a real small target, and hitting it in there. And in this wind,
because that's quite easy not to do when it comes to the layup.
for a layup shot, I mean, this is a nothing. It's a nothing shot. I'm just going to hit it down there.
Yeah.
And that's when you mess up.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm picking a small target. I've got my 2 goals that I want to hit it in between, and then I'm going through my normal routine, and then I'm just going to hit as good a shot as I can, knowing that I can't reach that bunker. And that's where I hit it. And I know I could turn away. I don't need to look at that.
Just to
That's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fine.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
No worries.
Right, on to the second shot. Okay, Matt, so layup was absolutely spot on, because still on the tee there, I would have done what you said not to do, which would I'd have been laying up, hit it over there.
Right.
There's actually nothing to be gained by hitting it much further up here.
No.
That you're looking straight down the green. It's not a bad spot to be.
I mean, I talk about being in dead man zone, and up there means kind of like dead man zone. There's nothing really to be gained by going further left, a bit further up. Yes, you might be going with a shorter club, but I mean, we practice this 120 yards, 110 yards all the time, and if I can't put this within 20 foot, I've hit a bad shot. So what's the point in risking not only the first shot, but then the second shot if you mess it up, sort of thing.
Yeah, for those of you who struggle from that dead man zone, as I do, steer clear of it. So we've got 120 from here.
About 120. Yeah.
What's the club? How are you sort of into the wind? How are you thinking about the conditions and the shot that you're going to hit?
Again, we go into facts and go, right, it's 120 yards to the flag. How far is it playing in that wind? And you go, well, it all depends on the flight you're going to hit. I'd be looking to bring this flight down. So then you're looking at around 130. So I need to now think about, what's 130 club that I can flight? I hit my pitching wedge about 138. So can I bring the flight down to 130? Yeah, I can. So I'm looking at probably going to hit a pitching wedge.
Okay.
Bring the flight down because of the wind, and then really thinking where the flag is.
Okay.
Like, it's right in the middle. It's
Absolute.
accessible. I'm in prime position here. I'm in go zone.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
Well,
try and
how
attack this
often
flag.
During the course of a tournament year, would you be 125 yards out and not be aiming straight at the flag? Does that happen a lot or not?
It does, because some of these pins, especially on when you have 120 out, they'll be tucked away.
Right.
They'll be over bunkers. They'll be here and there. You very rarely try to aim away from it. You really want to go for it.
Yeah.
But I've started to learn, like US Opens,
You've got to.
there you have to
Yeah.
fire away. You have to leave yourself the uphill putt. You have to do stuff like that. So it is difficult to do, but in this situation, this is dead centre of the green, soft green. We're going straight at it.
Straight at it.
Yeah.
So pitching wedge, bring the flight down a bit. How are you bringing the flight down?
Softer, hit it
Okay.
softer. I might put it back in my stance a little bit, but then it's strike. If you miss strike it, the ball flight will go up, especially in this wind. You need to flight it, hit it a bit softer, and it'll bring the flight down.
Okay, perfect.
Right, I've
Talk me
talked
through
about it
Yeah.
through. Let's try and do it. So straight at it. This is go zone, just eyes for the flag. I like it.
Is perfect. Go in.
Oh,
Oh,
just
that
a touch long, but I like
is
that.
a fraction long. I
It
think
looked
it's been
nice.
very wet, hasn't it? And
It
it
has.
just seems to have just almost
Well,
touched on the green.
the flag kind of died down as I hit it, so it might not have been as much wind as we thought. But I mean, it's right behind the hole, and I've got a good chance at birdie, and it was a relatively easy 2 shots to do that.
Perfect. And you're on the green, safely on the green, on the 10th of Belfry, safe as houses.
Safe as
no
houses,
problem.
easy.
Right, on to the next one. Okay, so time to drop. I've seen some truly horrendous drops in my time, mostly from my friends.
Yeah.
And this would be a prime example of somewhere where somebody can take a terrible drop.
Yeah.
Where are you going here?
Well, it's funny. I've never really done a video about dropping a golf ball, but it is so important, you know. I've hit a decent tee shot. I've gone in the water. I've bounced in this way, and so I can take line of sight in line with the flag, or I could go back the other side. But I'm obviously going to go here. There's a couple things, like you say, about bad drops. One thing, we've got water in front of us, and we're kind of short-sided, but the greens are soft enough, so I can get some purchase. I don't want to be dropping it on the downslope.
No.
The easy option would be to drop it as close as I can and try and chip it from there. That's not going to work on a downslope. So then I'm
You need a flat
searching.
lie. You
I need a
want a
flat.
flat lie.
I need a flat lie, preferably maybe slightly upward
Okay.
lie. But then I'm also looking at the grass, looking around on line of sight, straight up and down, where the best option for me to drop is. So still downslope, slightly upslope, and good grass. This to me looks like the best option for a drop.
Yep.
And with the new rule, nice knee-high drop, and that's a pretty good lie.
Yeah.
I'd be like, right, yes, we are here hitting our 3rd shot, but I know that I've gone for it. I've attacked my tee shot. If I can get up and down for par here, it's momentum. I'm going on
Yeah.
to that next tee going, brilliant. And who knows, if you hit a really good shot, it might go in. So that's my mindset.
Yeah.
I'm going, right, if I can land this in between the fringe and the flag, I've got a really good chance of putting this close. And now
Landed
I've got
between the fringe and the flag, rolled
Yeah.
up to 5 feet.
Yeah, and now we've got that for par. So there's momentum there, that you're taking that forward. You're not down. You've attacked the flag. You've attacked the tee shot, and now you've got a good chance at par.
Perfect. Double putt. Right, Matt. So let's do the birdie putt first.
Yeah.
You've left yourself 8 feet.
A little bit longer,
A little bit
probably,
longer.
probably about 10 feet, 12 feet.
Obviously, there's not too much in terms of strategy left, but
Mm.
tell us about how you are reading the putt. What's your sort of mindset, your thought process? You've got a birdie putt here.
Yeah.
Big momentum moment.
Yeah, every putt from this length you want to make, I think, doesn't matter what it's for. I think that's a big part of the difference between amateurs and maybe pros, is that amateurs might get up more for a birdie putt than
Yes.
they do a bogey putt.
Yes.
For us, we need to make them all.
Yeah.
My process is I'm reading the putt from both sides. and the side as well, seeing if it's uphill, downhill, seeing how the ball's going to go into the hole. But my key thing is what I do from this distance, and most of my putts is I'm choosing a spot maybe 6-7 inches in front of me. I'm much better at hitting putts over this spot than I am trying to hold something up there.
Right. And then you're able to, the consequence then is how well you've read the putt, right?
Exactly.
So you know you've hit
exactly.
your spot.
Can I roll it over my spot at the speed I want it to, and then ultimately have I read it right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that sounds quite simple when you put it like that.
well, I think we're supposed to make this game as simple as possible.
Yeah.
And for me, this is the way I do it the best.
Okay. And when it comes to the pace of the putts, are you somebody that likes to get every putt going into the hole at exactly
the same
sort of
speed? I think so. At the same
putt?
speed. I try not to vary my speed. Obviously, it will differ with, say, uphill putts where the speed doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But especially this downhill putt, I'm not trying to smash it in the hole. It's going to go in at hopefully a normal weight that if I miss it, it's 2 foot past.
Okay.
But I don't really think about missing.
Okay.
Very, very rarely do I think, all right, if I miss this, it's going to go 2 foot past. I'm from here. I am making this putt.
Yeah.
That is it. It doesn't matter what it's for. I'm trying to make this putt, and the fact that it's for birdie is a bonus.
So what's he going to do?
Well, this automatically it's left to right. I can see that it's down the hill, so there might be a little bit more break because gravity and time that it will take it to get there will have a little bit more break in there. But I can instantly see my tracking line, and now I've got my spot that I want to hit it over, which is just here. So I'll run my eyes up and down this spot.
Something to keep your eyes out for when you watch
Without,
it on TV.
if you see my head, I'm not looking at the hole at all until one final look is the pace.
Oh!
And that's what she wrote.
Well, it's a stress-free par, Matt.
It's a stress-free par.
You know,
It was close.
You're probably not gaining on the field, but at the same time, you're not doing yourself too many.
Exactly.
Let's
I had a good chance as well.
Let's finish off this one.
Thank you. I'm going to just repair this pitch mark. It's on the line.
Process over short putts, does it change at all?
It shouldn't do. I mean, it's as simple as what we've just done before.
Yep.
And I'd like to treat every putt the same. I would do, but I know that this is for par, and I know that the momentum is huge here if I can make this. So that just makes my intensity a little bit greater.
Okay.
It helps me. I don't shy away from it. All right, okay, this is for par. Okay, make this. Come on, let's make this putt, and then we can step onto the next tee with that momentum.
Yeah, with a bit of momentum. Yeah.
I've actually hit 2 good shots.
2 good shots.
It's just the fact that it's for par. That's the only shame.
Right.
So the same process here. I'm reading it. I see it's uphill. I can see that. So I'm going to go inside the hole, and I've got my spot.
Okay.
And I know that if I put a good stroke on this, because it's a relatively easy one, I'm going to make it. So all my focus is on that spot. Put a good stroke on it.
Well, there you have it.
Straight in the middle.
Fantastic. Matt,
there's a
thank
4.
you for that.
No worries.
Really good. Guys, there you have it. Some really great advice there from Matt. 2 very, very different ways of playing this hole, but 2 pars.
One stress-free,
one's
one's the stronger option. But don't be scared about what happens. You can still get out of there with a par.
There you have it. Great advice from Matt. Take it into your own game. Maybe shoot slightly better scores.